Welcome to another episode of the We Call Game podcast. I'm your host, Joshua Vino. I'm here with friends today. My other co-host, Joseph Carpe Diem. Doing work from the AM to the PM.
You know the vibes.
Got special guest here today.
Yo.
And resident KD hater for the next hour or so.
Come on.
Deji in the building. Let's go.
Yo.
Richard Flair, he's back.
There's some explaining to do.
Yeah. I can't lie, bro. You were missed last week, bro.
What were you doing last week?
You know what it is? Because you're always here, you don't know what you have until it's gone. Obviously, Steve's giving us a taste because he does a few vacations here and there, you know what I'm saying? He's showing us, like, we know what it's like when he's away. But you, Richard, like, we missed you, and it's good to have you here today.
Yeah, man, come on, man.
Obviously. Whoa! Got KD on my back as well, just for you. And obviously, Steve Stinson, executive producer.
Yes, sir!
Let's go,
I
bro.
hate Joe Harris. I'm saying that off the bat before we even get anywhere in this episode. But Joshua, like, let me just get that off my chest.
No, let's start off. Yeah. In fact, yeah, this isn't even, you told me before, this isn't even We Call Game today. Where is it today?
This is the Joe
We Hate Harris
slander
or
episode.
We hate
Episode
Harris.
24. It's supposed to be the Kobe episode, but Joe Harris, he managed to steal the spotlight
We hate
somehow.
Harris.
We hate Harris.
Oh my God.
We're meant to be reveling at Kobe Bryant's greatness this episode. We're meant to have a segment where we normally dedicate to a player's greatness, but you know, not much can normally take away the headlines from Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about Kobe today. Yeah, man. Let's leave Kobe out of it, man. He might obviously get reference here and there, you know, but it's Game 7 yesterday, fam. One of the best games I've ever seen. I can't lie. It was a cold game, fam. Obviously, a lot of people in here didn't get what they wanted. I didn't get what I wanted. I was, believe it or not, I was semi-rooting for Brooklyn. But I'm objective. It's not a bad day for me. So let's get into it, fam. Obviously, you lot had some fun a couple weeks ago when LBJ is out.
Yeah.
His jersey is still down. Overlaid down. Still down.
But his jersey's not up there.
Yeah, it's not.
I retired it.
You
Retired it for now. bro.
You retired. You lot.
The six might come back.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you might do. You might come back with the six.
Six might
Illuminati J.
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
Fam, I don't even want to start, fam. Only one person should be speaking on this first. The person that guaranteed that Brooklyn Nets were gonna not only win the chip, but three-peat. Fam,
Wait, he said three-peat.
he said three-peat. What happened to your boy? He had the best game of his life on what day was it? Wednesday or was it Thursday? Thursday.
It was Thursday.
Yeah.
The best game of his life, bro.
Yesterday he had the best game ever seen in a Game 7.
Exactly, fam. He had a game that made me have to release the video evidence of me saying a year ago that he's better than LBJ. So I weren't jumping on no bandwagons, innit? But yeah, fam, explain.
Fam, he did his job. He drops his 47.
He didn't do his job.
Fam, he scored.
Record already.
The job-
Record from the bounce.
Like, the job is here to win. Did they win? No.
Fam, the role players didn't do their role.
Nah, don't care. He's the so-called best player in the world.
Hold on. If you're gonna move like that, how many times has LeBron not done his job?
1 or 2 times.
What? Fam.
But KD.
We're not even
apparently
here
is
to
the
talk
best
about
player in the world
LeBron. We're not even here to talk about LeBron. Let's not take the limelight away. Let's not take the limelight away from a great performance that we saw from KD yesterday. Again, as Richard was saying, the scrubs didn't do their job. For those of you that watched the game, I know a few of you were sleeping at.
I was definitely sleeping. I was definitely out.
Yeah, exactly. The highlights are only going to tell a certain part of the story. But yesterday, we saw a game being thrown away, in my opinion, by Joe Harris.
all right, cool. So when KD had the best game of his life, how much help did he get?
Help.
Because
Blake played.
Because Blake gave him 17 and Jeff Green gave him 27.
yeah.
But yeah, Shammer only gave him 9. James Harden only gave him 5. Joe Harris gave him 5. But he was able to offset it, right? So they didn't give him anything. That and this isn't me getting at KD. Let me
That's
preface that. I'm only asking the questions. That's my job today. Because you guaranteed me that I
Yes.
told you Bucks in 7. No, I didn't. No, that's a lie. I didn't say
said
that.
it was gonna go
I said
7.
it was going to go
Yeah,
7
yeah,
games.
yeah.
And I said that it was the only series I thought they could lose. And they lost.
We literally lost the game by millimeters.
That's true.
Literally.
Stop having long feet.
But
That size 15, that size 17 Nike feet that he was wearing. Let him down.
That shot was mad though.
everyone wants to talk about games 5 and 7. What about game 6 when you lot got blown out?
There's
in
game
between.
3 as well. There's game 3 as
Game
well.
3, which I spoke about in the last time I was here. I knew
Bruce
that game
Brown.
would come back to bite us.
Bruce Brown.
I knew. And since then, Joe Harris, who I'm not gonna let up on today, scored under 10
points.
points.
He scored 3
He scored
points.
under 10 points between game 3 and game 7. Appalling. All we needed was 14 from you in each of those games. And we're probably looking at the conference finals.
So game 6. So this is what's going to back up my point. Game 6 again. You lost that game, but KD practically didn't get like a lot of help. So it turns out that the game that he actually got the most help in was last night, like in game 7.
Nah, game.
How do you get the most help?
To be fair, James.
22.
Yeah, but what was he
Bruce
shooting?
Brown gave him 14. He was 7 and 9. And if you watch the game, Bruce Brown was doing everything.
Yeah,
bruv. There was
yeah.
some tips. He was getting offensive rebounds. Like he was there was some plays where it's like he played good defense on Chris Middleton and stuff like that. Like he was everywhere. Blake Griffin gave you 17 and 11. Like, okay, yeah, Jeff Green gave you nothing. But yeah, it was a 7-man rotation. But all the starters were in double figures. James Harden was hobbled. I will say that it was hobbled all 3 games.
Millimeters.
But he played his best
much
game.
did- how much did Joe Harris
Statistically, he played his best game
Millimeters.
last night.
How much did Joe
Millimeters.
Harris?
Joe Harris had a better game yesterday than he did.
He was 3 for 10. 10
No,
points.
okay. Statistically, he had a better game yesterday than he did in games 5 and 6. Even though I saw yesterday, like, yeah, he wasn't good. But I said this about Joe Harris. When Max Kellerman said he was like the 4, this was like a big 4. It's just like, bro, like, obviously man can shoot, but it's like, bro, obviously man can shoot when you got 2 and sometimes 3 of the best ISO players in the league on your team as
and
well, bro.
and you're 12 points up. Not shoot when we need you to shoot when it's to win the game, not to make it a 15-point lead.
Yeah.
Gonna spoil out on him.
Exactly,
He wasn't
bruv.
feeling
Where
it.
was
It's,
your-
it's easy to score threes when we're
Exactly,
up by
bro.
10.
Trust me,
He needs to be on the
when it's
phone.
that go-ahead
He needs to
bucket,
be on the phone to Mike Miller today, bro.
fam, when it's that go-ahead bucket, 15 seconds left, that's when we need you. Oh, that guy!
The whole series.
I don't think you can just blame Joe Harris on yesterday, even though he missed that wide open shot, bro.
Who's to blame?
Huh?
Who's to blame?
KD.
I said
This
KD's to
game
play.
the game came
You
down
must
to
be out of
millimeters
your
at the
mind.
end of the day.
And you know why you're out
Did he
of your
not
mind?
airball the ball?
Fam, he's ex. He played
You know why
the
you're
whole
out of your
game.
mind?
Game 5.
You know
He
why you're
played
out of your mind?
46.
Because if LeBron puts up 48, 10, and 10,
And he
Who you
airballs the
blaming?
ball, you're not going to say that as well.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
If LeBron puts
So,
up 48,
what
10, and
happened
10,
last night, he
you're
airballed
blaming
the
J.R.
ball.
Smith. So you're blaming J.R. Smith. So KD's put up what 40 something, 10, and then like 13.
But he had the ball in his hand.
Oh, well.
J.R. Smith had the ball in
Yeah,
his hand.
30
LeBron didn't have the
assists.
ball in his hand.
No, the guy on phone.
So, you know, he
He had
airballed the ball.
6.
Yeah.
So did you get triple double in one game? One of them.
Game
That was
5.
the-
Game
that was
5.
game
Yeah.
5. Yesterday he didn't. Yesterday he played out of his mind.
I mean, if Joe Harris could knock down his threes, maybe he might have got a triple double yesterday.
That is true.
Maybe. Wait, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Do we need to look into James Harden?
No, it was
Nah,
injured.
it was
I think unfair.
It was injured.
Yes,
unfairly.
yes and
Unfairly.
Well, then
he was
again,
injured. He was injured yesterday.
He was on the court.
He was forced back.
Okay.
But he was on the
Okay.
court, though. He was on the
Okay,
court, though.
the
Like we said
What do we
earlier.
say?
Yeah.
What do we say?
Yeah.
If you're on the court,
Yeah.
there's no excuses. I know he was hobbled, but that's what we say. He was on the court.
100%.
You know the reason why I say yes and no? Because James Harden has been who he's always been. James Harden doesn't really want to close in the side games. So I don't know what they were expecting at
He
Brooklyn.
didn't need to. He
No one
didn't
asked
need
him to close,
he didn't-
though. No one
he
asked him to
didn't
close.
close.
Yeah.
He just didn't need to go 2 of 12 from 3 and 5 of 17 from the
Fam,
field.
When your legs are gone, what are you expected to do?
He was on the court.
He shouldn't have been.
I'm only asking the questions
So,
today.
the question that
It
needs
was on
to
the
be
court.
asked-
He played
the
9
question
minutes
that
as well.
The question that needs to be asked: should James Harden have been out there?
Oh, what he was
Yes,
but he was out
yes, because the defensive cover that KD would have had with no other person to cover would have been too much, and they would have probably just gone out on a whimper.
That's fair.
there. Yeah, they've been
That's fair.
swept so quickly.
They would have gone out on a whimper. So at least, as Josh was saying, when the cameras weren't rolling,
Yeah, the smoke
you
screen
get
thing.
me. They had the whole
Smoke
smoke
screen thing, yeah. They're still gonna respect James Harden because he's out there. They're still gonna D him up, and he's able to. Like, that's the thing. He was getting other people involved. There was some good handoffs, but he played well. I knew he was hobbled, but they lost. So we need to look into the reasons why they lost. This was a super team. This was Kyrie, KD, and James Harden in Brooklyn. This was meant to be KD getting more chips or equal than LeBron James, and they've lost in their first year.
Chip or bust.
It was triple bust,
And
and
it
they
was
lost
bust.
the Justice League.
Yeah, but just because of the Brooklyn Nets and they have 60% of their squad out or 40% of their squad out, it's not the same team. When the Avengers, when half of them got snapped, was it the same Avengers?
But they still won though. That Avengers.
Was it the same Avengers?
KD was 3-2 up.
Yeah.
He was 3-2 up and had to get one more win. Just one more. That's the thing. If he was man down for the whole series, I would not have given him a shot. But he had 2 games. He had to get 2 wins, I think it was. 2 wins?
Against Golden State.
No. In this series.
series.
By the
That
time
game- that
by the
game
time
three.
by the time we knew Kyrie was hobbled and maybe James Harden will come back for game 5, it was 2-2, right? So the way I see it, it's best of 3 now.
No,
and
but-
he was great enough to get those 2 wins. Like you said, he was literally his toe touching the line from him getting
Kyrie-
those 2 wins. So it's just like, it can't be in one vein, he was that close, so we shouldn't get onto him. But then in another vein, he could not have done it because everyone was injured.
I can't lie to you. When Kyrie went down, I knew it was going 7 games.
I knew it was going.
I said
I thought 7 games
I thought
going
he was
in.
going 7 games regardless of Kyrie being
Certain man
injured or
thought
not.
they were.
I can't lie. I did waver when I saw the first 2 games.
Kyrie doesn't give the average 20 points over 4 games in the last stretches. It wasn't going 7 games with Kyrie's fit, I promise.
And are we gonna address the small elephant in the room? That KD didn't score any points in the last 5 minutes of the game.
0-6.
He
you
was
know.
X'd.
Oh please, that's
He's
excuse,
out
bro.
there.
There was two buckets
He's
scored
out there,
the
bro.
whole overtime.
He was X, but he had enough in his tank to dribble, penetrate, then raise
Don't do
up
that.
for some of the
Don't do that.
twos.
do that.
Don't do
Fam,
that.
he missed some KD shots.
The reason why-
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Literally for the last
let me
possession,
finish,
he gave it to
please.
James Harden.
Tired is him being out there and settling solely for threes because literally he can't dribble and all that. I saw him at least break down the defense still in overtime and get to his spots and raise up, and he just missed.
Do you know who
That's
else-
what I'm getting at. You can't say, oh my God, he was so but it's just like he was getting to his shots.
Do you know
he
who-
wasn't just settling for, I'm going to shoot from 30 because I'm so gassed out, but I know I can make it because I'm that great.
What
then
I'm-
I would be like, okay, cool.
What I'm
But
hearing
he
is
was
you know-
still
do you-
getting to his
do you know-
spots.
What I'm hearing
And he
is that
was
you
0
lot wanted
for
a
6, I think.
you wanted a 70-point Kevin
No,
Durant game
I'm just
yesterday.
saying, if
That's
you-
what I'm hearing. In order
I'm
for
just
you guys
saying.
to bring it
You know
home.
who else didn't score in
No.
the overtime loss? LeBron James.
We're not talking about LeBron James.
Why are you bringing him on? We're not
You're
talking
so
about LeBron James.
defensive.
Yeah, like,
You're so defensive.
Why are you bringing him
You're so
involved?
defensive.
That's
this
not
has
home, bro.
nothing to do with.
LeBron
I'm not
James.
saying this to rank KD
said
next to
LeBron
LeBron James.
Yeah,
I am
like-
solely looking into this Game 7 loss and why they lost. And I do think if KD can make a
It's
shot,
sounding
in
like
the
slander.
last 5
I know
minutes-
KD slander will be tolerated
It's
on
not-
this show.
it's not slander,
It's
it's
sounding a
facts
little bit like
today.
slander.
No
I know KD slander will be tolerated.
tolerated. I'm not going to tolerate it. But I'm asking the question.
I might
What
tolerate it.
I'm asking is, you remember that infamous game 1 of the NBA Finals where J.R. Smith done that horrendous error? Yeah, the game went to overtime and LeBron went 0 for 4 in overtime.
Why is-
LeBron went to the changing room.
Well, can I say
Smashed his
something?
hand, came into the press conference and put his wife's scarf around his hand. Where was this energy?
Can I say something?
Where was this energy?
Can I say
though?
something? Was LeBron James playing last night? Or was it not KD?
It was KD.
So why are you bringing LeBron James
Exactly,
up?
bro.
I don't get it.
Don't do that.
Did you ask me
No,
to
why
do
are
that?
you bringing
Did you
LeBron
even
James
ask me
up?
that question?
The guy is
Did
at
you
home.
even ask-
No,
did you
no,
even
no,
know
no,
what's
no,
coming
no,
to
no,
me?
no, no,
At
no.
the time,
We know- we know-
did you even
we
give
don't
me a
know
chance
you.
to respond when it
Yeah,
happened?
we don't know
Can I say
you.
something? Can I say something?
So-
I know you're thinking LeBron could
LeBron
never.
James right now. No.
Maybe he is.
No.
I'm not,
No.
to be honest.
LeBron
Listen
Maybe
here.
he is, but I'm
Listen
not.
here. LeBron James is at home right now chilling, drinking
In
wine. and you're bringing him
Cancun,
up.
after being bounced out in the first
bro,
round.
and he's gonna link KD and them lot now. So what?
Why's LeBron in Cancun?
Okay,
Already.
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 Okay, so
Quit.
Okay, so
You lot are gaslighting the situation.
Them man saying, you don't
wanna
know.
talk about
You took
the
your
fact
L last
that
night.
KD didn't make a shot in the last 5 minutes of the game.
You wanna
and they
clear
were
that out.
very-
That happened,
Okay,
bro.
I haven't even got into the last second heave, which for him, you got a guy shorter on you.
Fam, he's not Superman. He's gonna get gassed. He played 48 minutes.
Excuses. The greatest player.
Fam, he played
You hear the
48
excuses?
minutes, 46
Hold
minutes.
on,
Are you
hold
hearing
on,
the
hold on.
excuses?
Hold on, wait there.
Oh my
Hold
God.
on. Who said KD is the greatest player?
The best player on the planet right now. You lot say he's the best player,
Is that a
right?
lie though?
Yeah, it is.
I'm not saying it's a lie.
better?
It's a lie. LeBron James, I'm not bringing
this
LeBron
guy-
James up.
this
Don't
guy
try to
said
do
LeBron
that
James.
on me.
Nah,
Don't try that. I'm not bringing him up. But if the best player in the world, he shouldn't be going 0 for 6, bro.
the
He shouldn't be
be- so the
not in
best
OT,
play-
bro.
so the best
That's
play-
when it's like that's when you that situation there is supposed to gas you.
don't-
Supposed,
man, you
in
don't-
your head,
Bro,
you're supposed to be
OT didn't
no.
score. What
In
you
your
talking
head,
about?
in your
OT
head.
didn't
No, I don't
score.
care. I don't care.
You know,
If he's the best player, he should be.
Whose
he should-
man's is this?
Bro,
You
but
know,
whose
man,
man's is this?
You don't mind think because man the best player in the world. Man think they got 99 stamina like this is 2K or something.
Nah, bro.
Man can't get tired in overtime. I don't get it.
I'm sorry.
I'm ashamed of
Excuses.
you lot,
It's
man.
excuses.
I'm ashamed of you lot.
Excuses.
Brooklyn lost,
I'm
innit?
ashamed of you.
Brooklyn
Brooklyn
lost. We'll be back next year, man.
Oh,
Okay.
shut up. What happened to this year? What happened this year? I thought you were
I'm
winning it.
ashamed of you
I
lot.
thought you were winning
Don't
it.
worry, we'll be back
Your
next year.
inability to meet the question head on.
Literally.
What's the question? What's the question?
He went 0 for 6 in the OT. That's 5 minutes, bro.
That's 5
There was
minutes.
some KD shots there. Like I know no one else was scoring. That was dead.
Basically 1 of 5, basically.
Oh, okay.
Listen.
105.
Listen, no one's saying
Yes!
no one's saying KD's the GOAT. No one's saying KD's top
But he's
5.
the best player right now.
He's the best player right now, but the best players miss shots. is that all right?
And you lot would annihilate that.
You know this. You know.
I'm pretty
you
sure
know,
if it
LeBron
was
was breaking
LeBron-
some game winners during the series that he got bounced out
You
in
know.
the first
You
round.
know.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
You know. Certain man. You know.
Okay,
certain,
your point.
You
We're not
know,
bringing up LeBron.
You know.
Games
Certain,
we lost were
you know.
close,
You know.
so
Certain
no.
man's GOAT missed 18 shots in a game 7 of an NBA Finals, but that's none of my business, though.
Why are you bringing up LeBron? Look at you.
That's
bro,
not LeBron. That's not even
you
LeBron.
sound- you sound so-
That's not even
Who is that?
LeBron.
Who is that then?
That's Bean.
Okay, so that's his guy. innit?
Kobe Bryant episode.
Okay, your point. But what's your point?
listen,
though? What's
when
your point?
listen,
You know, that would be more funny if we lost that game.
Listen,
7, innit?
that's what.
Oh, was he not going like this after? Oh, we're not confetti.
Okay, Josh is
We're
ready.
not
Josh is ready.
confetti.
Josh is
What
ready.
was going on, huh?
Josh is ready. Josh
What's
is
going
ready.
he's
ready.
dumb.
No.
Your defense.
He's
But your
ready.
guy losing was when Kobe Bryant.
No.
When
No,
Kobe Bryant.
My
you
point,
know,
the point that I was
One.
making,
All right.
the point that I
What's your
was
point?
making is when it matters most, people can have bad shooting nights, innit? That's all I'm
Like
saying.
Joe
KD weren't
Harris.
having a bad shooting night. He wasn't having a bad shooting night. KD scored the most points ever.
When it matters
For
most.
in a game 7 up
When it
to the
matters
47-minute mark.
When it
There was
matters-
5 minutes more to go, and he didn't make a shot. That's what I'm like. Come on, bro. You're having one of the best games ever, and then for 5 minutes you don't make another basket.
Okay, what do you
And
want?
no one wants to talk about that.
Okay, what do you want us to say? What do you want us to say?
You know what else
What do you want us to
I've
say? Our excuses, he was tired. Was he not tired? You played almost 55 minutes of basketball over 3 games in how many
both
days?
ends, playing on both
ends.
ends.
It's not as if to say he's quit.
If you're the
It's
best
not as if to
player
say
in
he's
the
quit on
world, you're
defense
supposed
like
to
certain.
do that
Saying no,
shit.
bro,
I'm
what you
so
doing
sorry.
half?
It's not exactly.
I'm so
It's not like
sorry.
he's quit on one end like
Yeah, like-
certain players, which are not going to be mentioned, but they know who they are.
When you learn more about the NBA, you learn that people earn the right to quit sometimes.
That's-
If Michael Jordan wants to quit, he can quit.
It's true.
If Allen Iverson wants to
Exactly.
quit, he can quit.
Don't do that.
If Kobe Bryant wants to
Don't do
quit,
that.
if LeBron James wants to quit on their team because they look around and
It's like-
there's a bunch of dunces around and then then that's what's gonna happen.
Listen, you see why certain men are not allowed to quit. You know why a man like Kobe's not allowed to quit? Because he had Shaq, and he got rid of Shaq. And when you get rid of Shaq, you have dances. Now you want to quit, saying I have no help. I ain't trying to hear that. You had
No. He weren't saying he had no help then. He had to make a point.
He was saying he had
No,
no help.
no,
He was saying he had no help.
no.
When he got rid of Shaq and he got Brian Grant Lamar Odom, and Caron Butler.
You're talking about when he quit. You're talking about when he quit, right, in the game 7.
Yes.
Did he quit because he had no help, or did he quit because he had a 50-point game where because of these dunces he lost, just like your guy KD, and then people in the press want to say he's shooting too much.
Why are you letting
So then he makes the point of, okay, let's see how we do when I do, blah blah blah. Isn't that what happened? And then after 2 years of getting bounced in the first round, he said he had no help. So don't confuse both things and put them into one. Do the context properly, bro.
You're Kobe.
You're a liar, bro.
You're Kobe Bryant.
You're a liar,
You're
bro.
Kobe
Get
Bryant.
right.
You're Kobe
Get
Bryant.
right, bro.
You're the second coming of Michael Jordan. You're the Black Mamba. You ain't meant to let any media man get into your head. You're meant to be above that. But you want to cry. You know why you cry and you quit? Because there was a lot.
Exactly. This is why I said. This is why I said it off camera, bro. This is why I stick up for LeBron James, because I get, bro. You gotta look out for little bro and them. I'm telling you, because he does the same things. It's like, oh, what, you lot chirping? You lot chirping, yeah? All right, let me show you who I'm playing with. I'm gonna show you KCP. I'm gonna show you this guy can make no free.
KCP that he signed to Clutch Sports. If he was that much of a dunce, why he signed into Clutch Sports?
I'm a basketball player. I'm a basketball player and I'm a philanthropist. I want to see other black males do well. Him getting the money has got nothing to do with me thinking he's bad at basketball.
You sound anti-black there. I like that.
Listen, I sound what?
So you sound anti-black over there.
Listen,
like he said.
Listen,
you sounded nice to man them.
KD didn't score in the last 5 minutes.
Exactly. Like you lot faced the challenge.
He got tired.
Listen, do you think man like Kobe's going to Jim Buss at the time saying, yeah, man?
Wait, can I say something?
Let me land, bro.
Well, how are you going from KD and you're going to Kobe, the guy that has retired for how many years?
I'm saying this, yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, LeBron is the guy.
We're talking about KD, bro. We're talking about Game 7. Why are we talking about LeBron? Why are we talking about Kobe? No, but how are you talking about other man's career when we're talking about KD in Game 7 last night, bro?
Listen,
how can you switch it up like that?
If I'm the guy of my team, yeah, and I'm the guy that makes sure everyone gets paid, there's no way I'm going to the owner saying, yeah, pay this scrub. I'm not doing that. Because LeBron goes to the owners like, pay Tristan Thompson, pay Kevin Love, pay these guys. But you think these guys are bums, so why are you doing that?
Can I stop you there? Why did KD not score?
Fam, he scored.
Why did KD not in the last 5 minutes?
There was like 4 buckets scored on 3 buckets max scored on both ends.
Okay, but why did KD? Like I said, why did KD not?
You can say that
he's having one of the best games in a Game 7. Like what happened?
Because he was tired.
When it got to the crunch time, what happened?
Because he was tired.
When it was crunch time, he scored.
That was the crunch time
because he was tired. His legs were gone.
Yeah.
And he was just done. Like he was done.
Okay, but that was LeBron James. Now I'm gonna bring LeBron. I'm gonna bring my Hugo card. If that was LeBron James now, and I had said that
LeBron is not doing nothing.
Would this man not go mad?
LeBron quit on his team though multiple times.
LeBron
quit on his team.
LeBron is going 0 for 4 in the fourth quarter. Going back into the changing room.
LeBron James, like he said,
whiteboard. You've seen what LeBron does in overtime games in which he loses.
Okay.
He does not score the same way KD didn't score in overtime, and the same way LeBron didn't score.
So what about when he was at Miami?
When he was in Miami, he was getting what was he doing? Fam, he was getting smoked by Dirk
people love
and
to
Jason
say
Terry. Like, I don't get it. Holding man to 17 points per game in the NBA Finals. That's your GOAT, though.
But there's been times where LeBron James has put up numbers when it matters. So what's your point?
And he's lost
in overtime. In overtime.
And he's lost.
And he's won. KD yesterday lost. And more than KD as well.
From KD scored the most points in Game 7 history.
Listen, is LeBron? Listen,
he scored the most points in Game 7 history.
Listen,
okay, and he still lost.
Listen, okay, he's lost.
They're gonna need to rewrite that stat. They're gonna need to rewrite that stat. The most points in a win. Because that was an L.
That was a loss, bro.
If you think this loss makes LeBron look any better, you're bugging.
I never said that. I never said that though.
No, but that's the way you're.
I never said that though. When you got the likes of James Harden on there, like you said before, I don't care. He's still playing. He still played, bro. You got James Harden there, and you still lost. And you only had to win one game. Just one more game.
Fam, don't be saying one more game because LeBron's been swept in the finals more than anyone. I don't get it. LeBron's been swept in the finals more than anyone. What? LeBron couldn't get one game.
But there's been points where LeBron's team wasn't their favorite.
He couldn't get one game.
LeBron couldn't get one game.
Bro.
Even AI got one game against Shaq and Kobe. Now it, man. Okay. And Phil Jackson as well.
The Kobe Bryant episode.
Exactly. LeBron got exactly.
This is the conference semi-finals. This wasn't even the finals.
Exactly. You just liars.
I don't know what that means.
Nah,
play
I
lies.
mean, it wasn't even, you know, all
Exactly.
the chips in the
Yeah, no.
in the game yet. It wasn't even that. It was just the conference semis.
I think KD won't get swept though.
You know.
LeBron's been
Yeah,
swept more than
but
anyone.
KD, no, but
Basically,
KD,
versus the monsters,
but KD,
by
your
himself.
guy loses their team, has to join them, fam.
It's
I like
basically
it,
KD
man.
versus the Monsters. KD was
What
by
does that
himself.
mean?
Like
Who? Sorry,
KD versus the Monsters.
what team? When
just now, KD was by himself.
Oh no, they're the monsters. But when it was KD, Curry, Klay Thompson, Iguodala, and Draymond Green, that's not the All Stars.
Man, I'm talking
on
like
steroids.
Iguodala, Scottie
Bro, are you
Pippen.
not mad? Are you not mad?
Man, I'm talking like
Are you not
Iguodala.
mad? Are you not? And
You're
LeBron
not
James was with a team where no one averaged more than 11 points, and you lot saying they're not the All Stars. Oh my God! Are you not mad? Are you not mad? The greatest backcourt of all time, basically,
The
regardless.
Kobe Bryant episode.
Oh no, you see, you lot are so annoying. You lot, a lie like that here. He said he was facing the monsters. He was playing someone that don't have a
That's
jumper, bro.
game, that's
Allow me,
game.
man. Allow me, bro.
Listen,
I think what this game has exposed and what my line of questioning has exposed
You lot are frauds.
is that y'all niggas is fools.
Y'all are feeling. It's looking fraudulent right now.
I don't know.
And LeBron James haters.
Like,
No,
listen,
no,
you are.
Get some objectivity. Get some objectivity in your hearts.
listen. My thing is, yeah, KD lost in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
no argument.
We know that.
But at least, at the very least,
I don't want to hear
He
no
went
at
down-
least.
yeah,
went down
I
swinging.
don't want to
He went
hear
out-
no. I don't want to hear no at least when you accuse LeBron James of when he does the same thing of putting up numbers in losses of doing it to expose his teammates. Oh, look how great I am and look how dead they are. Nah, I don't want to hear that when that's what you say about LeBron James. So I don't want to hear about how good KD stats were in an L.
You know why it's different with KD and LeBron?
Why?
Because
You're a hater?
LeBron is more ball dominant. That is why LeBron actively has the ball in his hands more
Was
time.
KD off ball in any of this stretch of games? I think it was his most usage rate ever. So
Why
don't
is
give me
that?
that? Huh?
Why is
'Cause
that?
people weren't there.
Okay.
Oh, so when he gets asked to do LeBron James stuff,
LeBron has the most usage rate when people are there.
and more success than KD.
Listen, I'm not
That's
arguing.
what I'm saying. KD
I'm not
got asked.
arguing.
KD
I'm
got
not
asked to walk in
I'm
LeBron
not
James'
ar-
shoes and fell a little bit short.
I am not
And
arguing.
looked like LeBron
I am
James, to
not
be honest.
arguing.
And you lot all called him
I
the
am
GOAT.
not
That's what
arguing.
literally happened
one-
this week.
Listen,
No,
I'm
He put
not.
up
no,
triple
I'm not-
doubles
Nah,
and
it's true
40-point
though.
games
No, okay,
in
nah,
losses,
it's true
which
though.
LeBron James does, and you lot hate him for,
No.
and he's the
This is what
GOAT.
you're
But
doing.
because it's KD
I
and
am
you
not-
like him, he's the GOAT this time.
Yeah.
That's what's
No
happened
one
this
has
week.
what's- no one
That's
has
what's
what's
actually
KD.
It's true
happened.
though.
and
It's
so
true though.
funny.
It's
It's
true
so
though.
funny.
No.
It's so funny, and that's why I
So
don't
you're telling
care
me-
in it.
No,
I don't
no one
care.
just wants
Listen,
KD.
I
You
won't
what KD did
care.
last week. LeBron's never done that. You don't
Listen,
always.
I am
Exactly,
not.
bro.
I am
Oh
not.
nah, man,
Listen,
call you out.
I am
man.
I don't even like how we're even trying to drag
Nah.
LeBron into this whole situation.
tried it.
LeBron is sipping a pina colada
His jersey itself.
somewhere in
Yeah,
Cancun doing the tango.
Yeah,
While
he's doing the tango, but
KD
you
was
lot
trying
boys-
to drag his team out of the mud.
not.
He was
He's not
trying to
doing
drag
that
his team
anymore.
out of
He's
the
not doing
mud.
that anymore.
He's in
But
Cancun River.
They're in the
for
mud. He
unfortunate
couldn't do it.
reasons,
He couldn't do it.
so for unfortunate reasons, KD is joining him. But that's my guy though. Joe Harris, there's blood on your hands. That's the last I'll say on that.
Yeah. See the different standards, because that's how LeBron is a much better player than him. Because look at the standards you lot are putting on
that's a
LeBron.
much
Listen,
better player.
man, I say
KD's a cop out. Look at that.
That's a cop
He's a
out.
cop out though.
Listen, man are saying
You
that
lot
LeBron
is
is better than
cappers,
Michael. Listen,
Yes.
listen, man are saying that LeBron is better than Michael Jordan. If you're saying that these are the standards we're gonna hold
facts.
you,
Yeah,
to,
facts.
you're hold-
Facts.
Listen,
Yeah, it's facts.
listen,
It's
you're
facts.
playing. Listen, you're playing with
LeBron is
bums.
better than-
Bring it home. You're better than Michael Jordan. Bring it home.
Yep, he is.
But KD's better than LeBron,
Yeah.
who he
But
thinks
no one's
is
saying-
better than Michael Jordan, so
But no
therefore
one
makes
saying-
KD
no
the
one-
GOAT. So
no-
therefore he should be held to the same standard. You see
saying-
how that
No.
kind
It's
of
true.
works
No.
in a convoluted
No.
way.
No.
See what I'm saying?
No one's saying KD's better than Michael Jordan at all.
No one's
Or-
saying KD's better than LeBron.
Or
I'm
LeBron.
not saying that. But what I'm
Oh, well, overall, you're saying
what I'm
right now,
saying- what I'm
and I
saying
believe
is-
that's the
what
case
I'm
right
saying
now.
is, yeah, I've seen do or die games. You have to win this game or go home. I've seen games where that's been a scenario where LeBron has flat out quit.
Because LeBron's been in those
Okay,
situations more than KD. Because LeBron's always in the
And you know
finals.
what's,
You
and
waste
you know
man.
what's mad?
So LeBron's allowed to quit. Is that what you're saying?
No, but do you know what's mad though? Because he's been in those situations more. Who have you seen perform in those situations more, LeBron or KD?
No one is arguing that LeBron is not better than KD. No one's
No,
arguing.
you
so,
are.
so basically,
You
what
are.
you're saying
You
is
are.
because of LeBron's track record in these situations, he's allowed to quit.
Yep.
You lot
He's on the right. He's on the right.
You lot, you lot,
Yeah.
You finally get it. He's a made man.
Yeah, like,
He's a made man.
Everything LeBron's done in his career, LeBron can there's a certain point in a player's career, like KD in a few years probably can do that as well. But not right now. Not right now.
You can't be the goat and quit.
Not right now.
You can't be your team captain and quit,
He's
bro.
got James Harden in them, man. So of course he can't right now.
But you're not gonna quit though. You're not gonna quit. You're not gonna quit.
He quit on the Thunders though, but yeah.
But when you quit in the front,
Yeah, bro,
If you lot are
he
saying
left
there's a
my man. He left
you
my
care
man
about
for the team
Russ,
that beat
Russ
him.
dance.
He left the
please, I'll leave
team.
Russ too.
Yeah,
Listen,
dance, bro.
if you man are saying that,
Don't say team that
if you
beat
lot
him.
are saying as a grown man that another grown man is allowed to quit on his teammates, you are disgraceful.
Oh, shut up, man.
Listen, I didn't know it was like
Oh,
that.
shut up,
Man
man.
allowed to quit.
When Messi got beat 8-2, he therefore quit. So shut up, man. You put him to a higher standard.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
Of course he did,
When
fam.
the 6 goal went in, bro, allow
One
him, man.
thinks he's this nice guy. Ask Christian Tello about Messi, fam.
Exactly. Oh yes, man.
One thinks just because he's short and that can't speak English that he's saying
the
all
only
crud
person
in
that-
Spanish and stuff.
No, the only person
You
that
are deceived.
No, the only person who hasn't quit on their teammates. Michael Jordan.
He retired.
What?
It was getting too much to me. The media was getting too much to me.
This guy quit to play baseball.
Exactly, the guy quit to play
And when he
baseball.
came, and when he came back, what
He
did
went
he
to a different
do?
sport,
And when he
bro.
came back, what did he do?
He lost.
Okay,
So, and when he came back,
yeah, he definitely
and when he came back, what did
He
he
when he
do?
came back the first time.
Shaq beat them.
What, in 45 or when he was wearing 45?
Yeah.
Yep.
What, when he had a
When he
baby?
came back, when he came back for a hot 3 months, like.
Didn't he come back?
A man came back.
You said what happened when he came back. He came back
and he lost.
A fully
Don't erase that from the
That
story.
45
He
Jordan
lost,
is not
then
Jordan.
He lost, got angry,
That's
had to
Jordan.
make Space Jam, then
You're
won.
very- you're very-
Don't omit that from the story.
That 45 Jordan,
actually
that
makes the
45
story
Jordan is
better.
not
Yeah,
Jordan.
it makes
That's
it
Jordan.
better, though.
It makes it better.
It makes it better.
Exactly, bro. You would write a terrible movie. That's what I'm saying. You have to
Yeah,
add that
see.
in.
You have to add
I had
that
to
in.
get angry,
You have
go
to get-
make
yeah,
Space
like-
Jam. I was playing Reggie Miller and that in the summer, and then I won.
Man wants to
Like,
race
what's
and
wrong
say
with
win,
you,
win,
bro?
win, win. He
You
took
lot
that
are-
elbow when he
you lot
came
are
back.
disgraceful because you know why you lot are
Oh,
disgraceful?
my God.
Because before Jordan came back, the Bulls were like a 500 team. Then Jordan came back, played 17 games. What was their record in that 17 games? Oh, 13-4.
Oh, something like that.
Don't be disrespectful, bro. Don't do that.
Was that your
Don't
dad?
do that.
Is he your dad?
He played 17
Is he your dad?
Happy Father's Day to the dads.
He ain't my dad, but
Come on.
listen,
Is he your
he played
dad?
17
Happy Father's
games.
Day
He
to the
played
pops,
17
dude.
games and lost to Orlando. Cool. He played for a full season the next season. What happened?
When
He cooked everyone.
He
What,
swept
we answered
them.
your question. When he came back, what happened? He took
Exactly.
that L against number 32.
He swept them.
But
swept
he lost
them.
when he came back.
18 months
He
later.
swept them.
Not
And
sure.
you wanna know what we're trying
And
to
he
do? I don't know what we're
proceeded to
trying
win
to do
3 in
here.
a row.
I don't know.
No,
Anyone that's tuning into Week game for the first time, you'd think Michael Jordan's some any guy that just comes to the fucking league and did nothing when he came back. But
Man talk about
Guys.
Michael Jordan like he's got 6 NBA final losses like he's LeBron James. There's levels to this thing, you know. Can we allow it, bruv? Your guy that
Stop accusing people of stuff just because you're upset.
Exactly.
I'm mad right now.
No one's disrespectful about Michael Jordan. I know who I'm talking about, man. MJ, my homie.
Yeah, I like him. He's
Joe, send me the
bored.
juice, please.
But yeah, it doesn't say the fact that Game 7 when it mattered, KD
dropped
showed up.
40. What more
But he
do you-
didn't show
what
up
more
when
do you
it mattered.
drop
And
his
when
seat?
it mattered was when they lost and he
what
didn't
more do you
score and he
need
went
to do?
6 of 0.
Fam,
Oh, 6
I'm pretty
of
sure
0.
if KD dropped 70 points, you would have been like,
But he didn't
where
drop
was the
70 points and he lost.
point yesterday.
And he's in Cancun dancing with LeBron
Yeah.
James.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure there's a game. I'm pretty sure there was a game in the NBA finals.
Why you not keep saying that? I'm pretty sure
Let's
there's this.
speak, let's
I'm pretty
speak.
I'm pretty sure there was a game in the NBA finals against
Yeah.
the Dallas Mavericks where LeBron dropped 8 points.
Okay, yeah, he lost, but KD lost last night. So what's your point? What's your
No,
point?
I think it was 14.
I mean,
It was
when
14
Joe
or
Harris
something,
night,
bro.
like,
What's your point?
Anyway, Brooklyn are out.
Yeah,
The
that
Justice League didn't win this season.
we'll be back next
They're
year.
still-
Don't worry about it.
Oh,
We'll be
no,
back
it's
next
next
year.
year.
We back.
Probably.
Maybe,
Back
yeah.
next year. Back with vengeance, man.
We'll see.
But-
You know,
The only
me and LeBron James will be talking, you know, off season, you know, making some
Clip this one as well.
plays.
Clip
Don't
this one
worry.
as well.
All right, cool.
clip this one as well.
Clip
Yeah.
this one.
Clip this
Yeah.
one as well.
Bro, remember last year you said the Lakers weren't going to win. Cool, you lost that. You said the Nets are going to win this year. Cool, you lost that. Are you sure you want to make a hat trick?
I didn't even know
I
you
feel
said
like
the Lakers
bro,
weren't
you said
going
we're going to win
to
last year, you know.
Wow, bro.
Who did you say was going to win?
I said Clippers still.
Speaking of the Clippers,
Yeah, ooh.
the only
That was a nice segue, by the
super,
way. This
well,
one.
not
Respect,
superstar left
playoff
in this,
P.
but yeah,
Respect playoff P.
Why?
Massive.
respect playoff.
I,
P,
no,
bro.
no, no. I just want to know why, because when it matters, he's nowhere to be seen.
fam, in the last
Last
your
night,
highlights,
yeah, last
man.
night did,
Your
yeah.
highlights, man. You're not up. You're
No,
not
no,
up
no,
at 1
no,
o'clock
no,
with the
no,
rest of
no,
us.
no,
You're not
no,
up.
no,
You're
no,
not up
no,
at
no,
1
no.
o'clock. You're not in the
Let me tell you
trenches.
something.
I know this.
Let me tell you something.
It's
Let me
becoming
land,
more
let
and
me
more
land, let me
apparent.
land, let me
It's
land,
becoming
let me
more
land,
and
let me
more
land,
apparent
let
as
me
this
land, let me
podcast has
land.
gone on.
Yeah, bro, because I go
Highlights,
bed
man.
early, but let me land.
Match of the day, man.
Because when it matters, when it matters, because remember, this is gonna be a different spotlight on him I hope you know that. There's no Kawhi
Since
on the
Kawhi's
bench.
been out, he's bald. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
but bro, this is going to the conference finals, bro. Now this is a different
He's been
level.
conference finals before though.
And what happened?
Got lost.
There
But
you go.
To who?
LeBron James.
Don't do that. Don't do that. We're not making it about him.
Man, I'm moving like LeBron isn't
You
meant to
put
be
him up
Paul
as
George
well.
anyway. I don't get it. LeBron's meant to.
That's not lie.
LeBron's,
He was with the Wade, Chris Bosh and stuff. They were cheating. But
But this whole, I still think the Suns gonna win. Though.
Listen, to be fair, Deji, I hear you. The whole payoff thing.
It's not like
the jury was out. The jury was out on him. But in fairness, since Kawhi's gone down,
Yeah,
who
he's
is the
done his
leader
thing.
of
Yeah,
that
he's
team?
done his thing.
He done his
But
thing.
what I'm trying to say
Could
is-
he still get bounced
No,
out of
but
the
what I'm-
conference
no,
finals? Yes.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is,
guys
yeah,
will count them out straight away.
huh?
I was one of those
I
guys.
was definitely counting him out.
I was one of those.
I'm still counting him out as well. I still think the Suns
played well pretty much
still-
the
The
whole
whole
season.
playoffs, he's played well.
Yeah, but I
bruv.
still think the Suns are gonna
And the
like,
whole regular season.
smack them. They'll get like one
Smack.
game. I think they'll
Guys
get
said
one game.
I don't know.
I think
you
they'll
know.
get one game.
Please
You know?
respect Ty Lue. Please respect Ty Lue.
What was the split in the regular season?
T1 Clippers.
I thought so.
But they had Kawhi then, no? If you don't have Kawhi, I'm like, you lot winning the title. That's it. That's a fact. I just say, if you don't have Kawhi, I'm like, yeah,
Wait,
you lot winning the chip.
Kawhi's going to be assessed after game 2, so we'll see if they still
He's
have
not
him.
coming
man.
back, bro.
That's the thing. Is he coming
I
back?
can't lie. I think he's ex.
time, Trev.
I think.
Do you think he's ex?
I
If
hope
it's
he's not
ACL,
ex.
if it's ACL, he's defo X. But
Yeah,
That's
that's what
the
I'm
thing.
hearing. That's what they're saying.
But if it's ACL,
He wasn't winning a
there's
cast the
bigger-
other day though.
He what?
I'm like, he wasn't winning a cast, and I was walking around the other day.
Was he?
Yeah, well, like when they won in Game 7, like, he was in a tunnel, like no cast, no nothing.
Oh no, that don't
Oh.
mean anything directly after.
Oh, oh, sorry,
I was
sorry,
walking
sorry.
after I
Sorry to
detached my
deviate.
patella.
Obviously, LeBron. Game.
What's wrong with
Listen,
you,
no,
fam?
no. Listen,
what a dweeb.
Fam,
Like,
man, we got a show, bro.
Yeah, like, man,
listen,
man's
bro.
been at LeBron.
Listen,
See,
stuff to
listen,
touch.
like, oh,
Listen,
come on, man.
This
by
better
the
be
way,
good.
by the
You lot
way,
obsessed
by
with
the
this guy.
way, just so we're clear, in the NBA Finals, Game 4, 2011 Finals, LeBron got 8 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 for 11.
Did you get a hard on?
Please.
Did you get a hard
Yeah,
on from
did
saying
you?
that? You got a hard on, didn't you?
Please.
Okay, you got a
when,
hard on.
when we're talking about stinkers, please bring that up.
His veins popping out and everything. Like, oh yeah, LeBron got 8 points. Like, what?
Disgraceful. Disgraceful.
Well,
anyway.
it doesn't change the fact that KD is in Cancun with LeBron doing salsa. It
And
doesn't
we
change
moved on
that.
from that, bro. We're talking about people that are in the playoffs, bro. The NBA, like, unfortunately,
Your guy
and the
is
thing is,
lost.
I say it, unfortunately, this stuff has to continue with the Brooklyn Nets out.
Like,
Unfortunately.
We're still gonna have to crown an NBA champion.
Yeah.
And the Clippers are still in. And what I was gonna get to before I was rudely interrupted, well, he got 8 points. He got 8 points.
like, busting the
Flipping
nut,
hell,
like.
bro. Was if Kawhi's done his ACL, does that have bigger implications on his career?
probably he's probably not going
Because
to be
this is the second time.
he's probably not going to be as explosive.
It's not even that. Like, he might even get. It's just how much you trust yourself. Because at the end of the day, he did the load management thing.
And he still got injured.
The team.
Nah, they said it
no,
wasn't like a tear.
he did the load management thing first season. Team's chemistry was all out of whack. You lost to Denver, 3-1 lead, blah, 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 blah. You play a lot more this season. Team chemistry is better. You ingratiate yourself with your team a bit more. You work out things a bit more. You rest less. And then you do your ACL. If potentially that's happened. How do you then, in your mental, not revert back to, you know what, I was actually right. I should be playing.
I think Kawhi's a special case mentally anyway. I think he's kind of built different from these guys. I think he'll have no issues coming back as he has. If it is as bad at ACL as it is, then potentially it could have more implications on his playing style. Potentially, but we'll actually have to see. If they're saying that how they'll assess it after game 2, I don't think it's that bad. Obviously, as Richard said, he wasn't wearing a cast. So whether or
That
not...
don't mean nothing, man.
Wait, those kind of injuries, you obviously they kind of declare them quickly, like ACL out for 6 to 8 months.
Oh yeah, then
You get
then
me?
you do
six
surgery
to
straight away.
6 to 8
But what I'm
months.
saying, you could walk directly after you potentially.
Oh, you had an
you
ACL,
could
didn't you?
stumble back to your thing, huh?
You had an ACL, don't you?
I told my patella tendon, fam. I was walking for a whole weekend. It only started hurting once they actually told me, because I thought that I just dislocated my kneecap. I went on the night, and they were obviously looking for that at the hospital. They was like, "Oh, you ain't done that, but come back on the Tuesday." So they gave me a splint. So I was walking in that for like a whole weekend. Went back on the Tuesday. The guy was like, "Oh, can you lift up your leg?" It was like, "No." Then did the ultrasound. Then they was just like, "Oh no, it's actually a lot worse. You detach your patella tendon. You need surgery the next day."
Crazy.
But yeah, so I was walking the whole weekend. So, but what you're saying, but I do think, yeah, if he actually, but you said something earlier where it's just like, okay, let's say he did actually do his ACL, would they not release that news because it could give the Phoenix Suns life?
True.
Whereas for a whole series, if you're thinking Kawhi might come back, Kawhi
Yeah,
might come
true.
back,
Yeah,
Kawhi
true.
might come back. You've got that in the back of your mind. Whereas if they know, okay, he's not there, you can try to jump on them. So I don't,
That's true.
I don't know.
Fight back, nigga, fight
Or they
back.
can have him on the bench and not play him on a
But
sly one.
I didn't mean in terms of Kawhi's playing style. Will the ACL have implications because he's not actually that explosive anyway. He's underrated. His explosion's underrated, but he's not that explosive. But what I mean is that is he gonna revert back to out of 82 games? I'm playing 56.
No, but do you know what? I think
Because last season, I think if this was an 82 game season, I don't know how many he plays out of 72, but the way it felt like if this was 82, it seemed like he played what 70.
I think with Kawhi, yeah, I think he listens to his body a lot in it. I think if he couldn't play the amount of games that he played this season, then he wouldn't have because
Played 52 this year.
because he's shown that how
Out of 72,
Yeah.
he missed 20.
Where did Clippers
Damn.
where did Clippers finish in the season?
Fourth.
Okay, so if
That's
he didn't
interesting,
if he didn't
yeah.
play, would that finish lower?
defo.
Yeah,
In the West.
In
No,
the
but he
West.
didn't play towards the end anyway.
he missed 2 games.
I think he listens. he listens to his body. He listens to his body in it. So
Yeah, it's
if
one
he
of
couldn't,
those guys.
if he couldn't play the amount of games that he played, he wouldn't have because he's happy saying that how.
No, but the first season they were saying that there was some games where it was just like, yeah, rest. Like on the Toronto thing, because obviously it
because-
worked in Toronto, so he
because-
literally took the same blueprint and did that in his first year. Where it was just like, you know what, it'll probably be best if I just not practice or sit this one out, blah, blah, blah. Whereas this season he was doing practice, he was playing pretty much like as you said when he was ready to go. So that was better for his team. So I'm saying if it goes back to a thing where he's playing less and cherry picking a bit more.
But I think obviously when Kawhi had just come to the Clippers, he was fresh off winning a championship, innit? So he had the leverage.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if he wanted to say that I want to load manage, they weren't really in a position to chat to him. But I think now it's like, all right, cool. We let you load manage for one season. We need to be serious about winning a championship.
No, but
So
even
that
even
could've
at
been
that, I
hard.
wouldn't even say that's due to load management. If you're busting your ACL, it's probably a traumatic, probably a bad landing or some sort of impact. Either way, it's not one of those ones where it's an overused kind of injury. So I think it's probably, I haven't obviously seen how he's been injured, but just to know the mechanics in which I know the way the knee are and how you injure your ACL normally, it's probably just something that's quite unlucky. It's not like he's torn his hamstring or he's pulled his quad or one of those kind of injuries. But we'll obviously have to see we have to see about this whole Kawhi injury. Hopefully, I hope he comes back
Let's
because
speak about the Jazz though. 'Cause, yeah.
What, blowing a 2-0 lead?
Yeah, plus they blew a 3 only last year.
I'm tempted to say who cares because everyone kind of thought they were punching.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised. I did pick the Clippers going into the series. Even when they were 2-0 up, I stuck
same,
with my
same,
pick
same.
because I kind of thought Clippers always beat the Jazz. So,
At some point. Yeah.
yeah.
No, you were
I'm
saying
not-
Jazz, bro.
Yeah, I was saying Jazz, but I'm not surprised that they lost. I wasn't like, oh, they lost. But I felt like, cause I know the Suns are going to end up beating them anyway.
Even if our Suns are gonna beat the Clippers,
Yeah.
are you a record?
I
yeah?
don't think so.
Yeah, I'm on record.
There's no CP3 tonight, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I don't think there's going to be
Well, yeah,
a
COVID.
CP3
Yeah.
until at least game 3. Because if he has COVID, don't you have to recover from it? And then he has to do protocol.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks.
So,
Yeah, but CP3's head of the player association, so you might be able to finagle
oh
something.
yeah, of course.
You might be able to finagle something.
Yeah,
you
you
get
might
me?
play with the COVID.
Yeah, but yeah,
It's funny how the COVID rules were applied to everyone but LeBron. But again, you see what I'm saying? This is why I can't stand him because everyone was getting done. Ben Simmons couldn't even get a haircut without being put on COVID protocol, but LeBron can be doing
it's
whole.
that juice that he has.
That's what I'm saying, man.
No one has it.
That's what I'm saying.
When you've been carrying the league for almost like how many years now, like you get that type of leeway.
Is LeBron still carrying the league now?
Yeah.
You're mad.
To a degree,
Who is?
To a degree, he is, but
Who is carrying the NBA?
Yeah, exactly. Then go on. Who else apart from LeBron?
I don't think anyone's carrying it, but I think that
So LeBron's
if
just
if LeBron was to retire right now, the league's not pissed.
So you don't think ratings will come down?
No,
nah. Ratings have gone.
ratings won't go down.
Look,
Fam, ratings have
bro,
gone-
when LeBron
fam,
was in the playoffs, ratings are all time low, bro.
when LeBron was
Yeah.
in the playoffs,
Wasn't.
Yeah, 2019 when LeBron was in there, ratings
fam,
are
the ratings have gone up though, and LeBron's not in the playoffs
because he's back.
Because guys will come to see KD.
Listen, right now, if LeBron was to listen, the reason why
If
the
Steph-
ra-
if Steph
the reason-
Curry-
the reason why
if Steph Curry's
the
league
reason
wants
why the
LeBron-
ratings went down, the reason why the ratings went down in the NBA because all these players were trying to do this woke thing. This is what I'm saying. Like the whole anyway, I'm not trying to get into that,
Please.
but the whole Black Lives Matter thing, whatever, the whole movement thing.
I don't want to be called nigger in the comments, please.
No, but the whole
don't mind.
the whole woke movement, the whole woke
Mod
movement
smoke.
did have an effect on the NBA's ratings. Now that that's been put to one side for now, the ratings have gone back up.
But like we said, LeBron has that juice.
I think you're a mad hater if you think the NBA no ratings will come down, no revenue's gonna come down. If LeBron James, the person who's been the face of the league for like what nearly 2 decades, just left tomorrow, you're jazzing.
Bruv, you know the NBA.
You just wouldn't care.
No, but
So don't
No,
speak
but-
for everyone else,
no,
bruv.
but
You just wouldn't care. If LeBron.
you know the NBA is about storylines, fam. What do you think they're not gonna? There's gonna be another storyline. Like,
But-
Bruv, watch when LeBron does his farewell tour, bruv.
Yeah, there'll be
You
tears.
watch.
You watch. You see.
You watch, bruv. And that's the
Gonna get
thing.
swept
That's why
in the-
I kind of
Gonna
feel
get
sorry for.
swept in the playoffs.
I kind of feel sorry for people like you, lot, because that's when it might hit home.
Yeah.
Or when he's actually gone. You spend so long actually hating on a
Yeah,
man
no, it's
that
true.
you
I'm not
don't
hating.
actually appreciate what you have when it's
I'm not
because
hating.
when you look at the next gen and it's just like, wow, I was actually doing that to LeBron James, but like, fam, you can't do nothing. You actually can't carry a team. You can't do this. All this stuff that we get onto these men before for doing when it's just like, oh, you can't even do that. You got men that can't even make their team get the playoffs. I will say to the next gen coming through, like the Donovan Mitchells, the Jason Tatums, the Trey Youngs and all that, the Lucas, they're kind of doing their thing. They're kind of doing what the young prodigies in the 90s and the early
Yeah,
2000s
doing,
used
yeah.
to do, where it's just like, okay, yeah, me plus a little bit of help, I can make the playoffs, blah, blah, blah. But for time, Bear Man weren't doing that. And what you're going to realize when people like LeBron James go, when KD go, is that a lot of these guys that you think that, yeah, can put up big numbers in their early years on teams where they're, you know, always going to be overachieving, when you put that in there, when you put them in the spot where they're the guy and they just need to win, they're not going to look like these guys, bruv.
no, the reason why I'm saying
Talking
that,
about top guys are in the top 10, top 15, bruv. That's not going to be easy for people
That's
just
a
to
crack,
come
yeah,
and
yeah.
just
of course, I'm not-
replicate and do
I'm not,
again.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying in every generation, there's always a replacement. Always a replacement. Jordan got replaced. Kobe got replaced. At the same way Jordan and Kobe got replaced, Bron will get replaced. Doesn't mean they're like an adequate replacement or it's like a better
And what's
replacement.
the replacement looking like? Luca.
Man, I'm saying that Luka.
I will never, like, no matter what Luca does, how many championships he wins, like how he plays, I look at the way you play. I'm not going to ever look at you and get the same buzz out of watching LBJ or like a Kevin Durant. Like, fam,
That's true.
Yeah.
But who does Luka play like? Luka plays like Luka plays slightly like James Harden.
yeah. But he isn't as good a shooter. I think he's just really aggressive with it.
In my defense, my so-called hatred for LeBron doesn't come from LeBron directly. It comes from the fans who like to put his place in history above what it actually is.
Yes.
Disclaimer.
Agreed.
Disclaimer. Not necessarily that I hate LeBron or I'm completely against this guy. But when guys are saying LeBron is the greatest ever player to touch a basketball, then it has to be like, yo, let's relax. Let's actually
Well, I must
see what's going on.
relax.
It is less relaxed.
It's let's relax.
relaxed.
Let's, you know, let's
You don't
rein
make it
in.
seem like
But
it
that's
can't
the
be.
bit. But that's
And that's the only reason why it may
that's-
seem like the LeBron hatred is going around. But LeBron,
But that's the thing, though. It's
When you're
like
Italian,
I
you
can
know,
appreciate. I could appreciate
You don't
that. I
appreciate
could
greatness,
appreciate
you know.
that man was that good that he has fanboys that can even make that argument. Because we're talking about Michael Jordan here. You got this guy has done enough crud in his portfolio to amass enough fanboys, more fanboys than Kobe did, to make a more compelling argument against and that's what actually pisses you off, that the argument is actually slyly compelling. That's what actually pisses you off.
To me, it's
not the fact that he has fanboys. And I think you should just look at it and appreciate the fact that this guy was so good that he even made it a slight argument. Like, there'll be a generation of people that actually will swear, because they haven't seen Michael Jordan, that, yeah, he's better.
Listen,
we have one of them in the studio.
Just because I quote unquote hate on LeBron doesn't mean that I haven't got doesn't mean that he hasn't got a compelling argument to the GOAT. He has more of an argument than Kobe, in my opinion. He has more of an argument than Larry Bird, in my opinion. But that's where it's
exactly. So what's there to hate on?
But he hasn't got more of an argument.
That's a great basketball player. Don't you like ball?
That is, but that's not second behind Jordan. That's not. He hasn't got a better argument than Magic.
He does.
He doesn't have a better argument. He doesn't have a better argument than Magic. He doesn't.
I think he doesn't.
He doesn't.
Okay, where's LeBron? Go on, continue.
It's LeBron.
Oh, number one.
No. It's Jordan.
Number one, innit?
It's Jordan. Yeah. Kareem.
Wow.
Magic. Bron. Bird. Wilt.
So two people can play with each other and be 2 and 3.
LeBron's number 3 for me.
LeBron's number 1 for
Magic
me,
and Kareem can play for each other and win the majority of their chips with each other and still simultaneously.
But again, that's just
be
that's
2
just
and
that's
3.
just
That's
me.
true.
You will use that against another
if you want
person.
to put the thing is, if you want to put Bron ahead of Kareem, I'm not going to argue with that. But
and that's what I'm saying. You should be appreciating about the guy, bro.
But I don't.
That he has made this argument like he's that great.
But I don't not appreciate this.
You don't appreciate it, bro. You don't. If you think what you're doing is appreciation, you're mad, bro. I don't want you to appreciate me, bro. Never appreciate me.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
What Bron has done is he has made an argument, a very strong argument, that he is arguably the second greatest basketball player of all time. But better than Jordan, chill out. That's my thing.
He's made an argument that he's the first.
He hasn't.
And you don't think that he's the first.
I don't.
Say that.
He made an argument to be the first, bro.
Say that.
He hasn't.
He has.
He has,
I
but
just
we're
don't
hearing
think he is.
Yeah.
You don't think he is. You think he is. But he has made that argument, and that's what you're scared of, and that's what rubs you up the wrong way.
That's what keeps you up at night. It keeps you up at night, doesn't it?
But what's
It makes you interrupt podcasts and tell us about 8-point games in 2011 finals and stuff when I'm trying to make a point about Kawhi Leonard.
But what is the argument that LeBron has made that he?
But how did this become a LeBron segment from KD, bro? I just want to know, like, what is it? What did my guy LeBron do to you, look, man? What did he do to you?
Who's in the playoffs?
Anyway, I think we should get into the actual Kobe Bryant episode, which is we've come here, to episode 24.
I say we finish on Kobe, bro. Let's not disrespect. There's another game 7 that has to take place.
We have it. Yeah, that's true.
The Sixers and the Hawks. Another one I said that will go 7. It wasn't met with the same vitriol that it was when I said the Bucks and things was. Everyone was kind of like cool, but
I just want to say that Ben Simmons is a fraud. I think he's such a scrub, man.
What team will Ben?
If Doc Rivers loses, what's that say, man?
Yeah, that leads.
Now that's when I'll start the inquest. I weren't ready last year,
but
I was pretty sure. I was pretty ready to blame Kawhi and Paul George.
I was ready.
But yeah, I'll start the inquest now.
I was ready to start the inquest last. This is what I'm saying. Man, just hate on Kawhi Leonard. I've seen it because when Doc Rivers was blowing 3-1 lead to the Clippers, no one said anything. But now that he's blowing 3-1 leads to Kawhi Leonard, it's Kawhi Leonard's fault now. You get what I'm saying? He was blowing. Doc Rivers
haven't had a lead in the series,
Doc Rivers has been blowing 3-1 leads, bro. So if you lose,
they've just been leading in the matches.
Doc Rivers has been blowing 3-1 leads. He's been blowing. Listen, if Atlanta
Hawks, there was
a
podcast last year where Paul George Doc Rivers didn't make no adjustments.
And we thought man was hating. We thought man was hating.
Adjustments. Ty Lee's making all the adjustments, and now in the current final.
Yeah, we thought man were hating. We thought man was hating because obviously Kawhi just surprises guys. He never shows up. when it matters the most.
The thing is, I wasn't omitting Doc Rivers from the blame last year. I just didn't think he should get as much of it as you were affording it to him. The fact is, there's no adjustments for the way Kawhi and Paul George played in Game 7. So let's talk about that before we get into the coach may not make adjustments in Games 5 and 6, whatever, but they played badly in Game 7, and that was my point.
Do you know what
But let's not get back into it, bruv.
Do you know what it is? Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, respectfully, both have conference finals pedigree. Yeah, they've been to the conference finals by themselves. They've done that. So if Doc Rivers is notorious for blowing 3-1 leads, yeah, and they come together with two players that have respectively both led their teams to the conference finals. If they don't get to the conference finals now, who are we looking at?
Yeah, Doc Rivers a bit, but the way those two played as well, bro, it's like I'll say it's 50-50. Just split in the middle.
They stunk
It's
it up.
50-50, bro. It's not like both.
They stunk it
Yeah, it's
up.
not like both of them dropped like
Can we get
25,
their numbers,
30,
please?
and then Doc
Exactly,
Rivers,
bro.
like, you
They
know,
stunk it
They
up.
stunk it up, bro. Like, come on, man.
Listen, as a coach, you are
I forgot he's a Clipper fan as well, isn't it?
You are-
Yeah,
of
bro.
course,
This
yeah,
is a
yeah,
Clipper
man.
Nets.
Yeah,
It's
man.
a
You
Clipper
are
Nets,
Clipper
man.
Net. Oh yeah, Clipper
Listen,
Nets.
you are responsible as a coach for putting your players.
He's not
in the
responsible
best-
for them man to be
He's
dropping
not
8 points,
responsible
bro.
for Paul George hitting the side of the backboard.
He's not responsible for them blowing a 3-1 lead as well.
And was he putting them in the best position to win when they were 3-1 up?
Exactly.
Was he putting them in the
What
best
happened there?
position to
Making
win
adjustments.
when they were leading the game?
How is it his fault that who is it? Paul
I'm
George
saying,
dropped
but we
8 or
can't put
Kawhi
all of
dropped
that
8?
on
Come
him.
on, man.
Yeah,
It's 50-50.
Okay,
yeah,
It's
he's part of the
50-50,
ship
bro.
that went
Yeah.
down, but it weren't all him.
Okay, but-
Them man stunk it up. They're not stinking it up last year. We're not doing revisionist history.
Okay,
The
but now-
Doc Rivers, he can still win if he wins. If he
Tonight,
wins
yeah.
tonight, then what are you even saying? He's in
Yeah,
the
true.
conference finals. Then you've gone on this tirade for nothing and accused us of Kawhi Leonard hating for 20 minutes when he could actually win tonight.
Do you want to
Kawhi
bet?
Do you think he's gonna
14
win tonight?
points.
No, I don't. Do you want to put
Okay,
do you want to put
why?
a case of do on it?
No, I don't think Mountain Dew like that.
Must have Mountain Dew.
So he Kawhi dropped 14 points, 6 for 22. Paul George dropped 10 points,
God damn.
4 for 16.
And
But
that's
there's
not
no
50%.
adjustments.
That's not even 50% blame, bro. That's not.
There's no adjustment.
Come on, man.
Well, Jamal Murray dropped like 40 though.
Okay.
Yeah, why
but
didn't
them-
Kawhi adjust and
But
guard
them man
it?
still lost like
Why
14
didn't
and
Kawhi
10.
adjust and do something about that? Why didn't you say bum the coach, bum who you say I'm on? I have conference finals pedigree. I'm gonna guard Jamal Murray. No, he didn't. He
Exactly.
was just receiving that beating. So yeah,
Taking it.
don't try and gaslight the things.
Yeah, pause.
Yeah, pause.
Damn. But yeah, you know, the amount of excuses I've heard today for like number 2 and KD today has been abysmal, bro. It's so
That's the key.
mad.
Oh, listen.
Now you know where the
It's
buttons are.
crazy,
Innit? You
like,
know where the
oh,
buttons are.
yeah,
You know
like,
what to
Listen,
get at.
we've been hearing LeBron excuses for years. So I don't want to hear nothing. He hasn't got no help. J.R. Smith.
J.R.
That's
my
what.
God.
That's the first thing you lot said. This was the Joe Harris. This was the Joe Harris.
You got
Get
blood on your
onto him
hands.
episode.
Yeah, like you got blood on your
Getting
hands.
onto his help. We
No,
dedicated
but
an
with Joe
episode to
Harris,
the
that
help.
was a whole series though.
Yeah, it was a whole series, bruv. It was. It's pathetic, Joe Harris, bruv. Call up Mike Miller, bruv. Find out what you're meant
You
to
lot
do.
say
when you're-
injuries. But
you're-
when Kawhi
you're
and
the
Kevin Love were
designated
injured
white
with
shooter
LeBron,
in your
like
team.
what? You lot saying nothing about injuries then?
You were up
Listen,
2-1 going back to
LeBron,
Cleveland.
Don't care,
You were up
bro.
2-1 going
Don't
back to
care.
Cleveland, bro.
And KD was 1-up as well, though.
No, he wasn't, because he went back to Milwaukee. It's
And they
what I'm
lost.
talking about.
But he still had to win
You were
one
up
game.
2-1 going
He
back
just
to
had
your home.
win one game, though.
You're up 2-1
When it was
going back to your
3-2
home.
up, yeah.
He just had to win one game, bro.
He could have closed it.
He could have closed it, bro.
He could have closed it. in
But he
Milwaukee.
didn't.
Fam, that's
But
stuff
they-
in
But when
You're
LeBron, when I
up
said, when I talk
2-1
about,
going back to
Kyrie
Cleveland.
and Kevin Love getting injured, because I know for a fact that if Kyrie and Kevin Love didn't get injured, LeBron would have had 5 instead
You're
of 4 chips.
2-1 up going back to
Doesn't
Cleveland.
matter. It's just LeBron
What's the
by what?
excuse?
Did it over and allow it, man. Your 2 main sources are injured. Same thing what happened to your guy with James Harden and Kyrie. What happened? He lost as
You're
well.
2-1 up going back to
Oh, he
Cleveland.
had
You don't get
injuries
that.
though.
No, but
When I
there's
say
more
LeBron-
games in that series to go, bro.
Exactly.
You're actually
Man,
one
man,
win away.
man, moving
It's
like-
not the same thing.
man,
It's not the same thing. You have to win 2 instead of 1.
Man, I'm moving like if the refs rigged the finals for LeBron, he would have got that.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying,
shut
man.
up, man.
That's what I'm
We have
It's
to
saying.
always
go
an
to.
excuse, man.
Listen.
Conspiracies about rigged
Rex,
refs.
man.
Listen,
Come on, man.
We
Go
won't
on,
address
man.
what we actually see.
Yeah, like you didn't see the.
Steph
Curry did fall in his neck though.
You
Steph
didn't
Curry
see
did fall in his neck.
shot.
though.
Like, come on, man.
Steph Curry did fall in his neck though. But
Oh.
Man better be thanking Kyrie every day, blood, because LeBron didn't even want to take
And
that
ever
shot.
since Kyrie's left LeBron, what's Kyrie done?
what does that mean?
And what has LeBron done? Won a
What
chip.
does that mean?
That means a lot, bro.
Won a chip in the
It
bubble.
means a lot.
Congrats.
What do you mean, congrats? What's Kyrie
There's a
done?
chip in the bubble that everyone else didn't get.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
And now we came out.
There was a
and now we
chip
come out
up
the
for
bubble.
grabs
And now
in
we
the
come out the
bubble,
bubble. What happened?
and LeBron James won it. Huh? We came out the bubble, and the guy that had 2 years to prepare for it didn't win, and a super team.
The guy came from
The guy, yeah.
super team, you know.
The guy came off an Achilles tear and had COVID to give him extra time, so he had 18 months to prepare, and a super team and still couldn't get it done.
Damn, homie. Double homicide.
Who was the man, homie? What the fuck happened to you?
That's a
The
double
sickest
homicide.
vendetta.
Oh, what
When it
happened,
comes to my
man?
cheddar.
Last time they played each other, what happened?
Okay,
Oh,
LeBron lost.
Oh. Got
Oh.
Got swept.
KD swept, bro.
He swept. Okay, he swept. Okay.
When it swept KD.
When he had, when he needed two.
Fam, that's not the case.
I don't care, bro.
That's not the case. Mano,
When it's
Mano,
not- no. I don't care, bro. Let me
What's
tell you
not
something.
okay,
Let me
Mano,
tell you something, bro. When
Fam.
you, like I said, when you got Steph
That
Curry, the
was
greatest
not
shooter of
Mano,
all time.
Player for player.
That's Mano.
What?
They've done. They've
When it
had,
was game 3.
They've had 2 series player for player, and it's 1-1 in my opinion. The one after Kyrie left. Come on, bro.
Game 3.
That's not serious.
Why did Kyrie leave?
Because he
He's a little
wanted
bitch.
to do stuff
Yeah.
on his own.
So yeah, he wanted to do stuff on his
Bro,
own.
watch Phil Handy's all the smoke. He said there's no beef.
No.
There's no
This
conspiracies,
is what
bro.
I'm saying.
There's no conspiracies, bro.
These LeBron fans try to spin the narrative. The reason why Kyrie left,
He told you.
is because LeBron wanted to get him traded for CP3.
He told you
He
that.
told you that.
He told you that.
That is common knowledge.
told
bro.
you
Common knowledge where?
Fam,
He told
it is
you that.
common knowledge
In Joe's world.
that
In your
LeBron
world.
wanted to trade.
Who told you?
Yes, it's common knowledge. Yeah, that the Cavs wanted to do a 3-team trade.
Yeah.
Kyrie will go to the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
The Cavs will get Eric Bledsoe
Yeah.
and Paul George.
Yeah.
He's not lying though.
I'm not lying, fam.
Who told you this?
No, that is
I wanna
true.
know.
So why?
Fam, it's right here.
So what are we talking about?
That's
then?
not why.
So
he
what
left.
are we talking?
No, I
so,
confirmed.
So why?
I confirmed that the trade, the trade was on the table and didn't happen.
Why
That's
did
not the reason why he wanted to.
Do you know
leave.
why the trade didn't happen? The trade didn't happen because David Griffin told
Kyrie was
LeBron,
convinced
if you're gonna do this, the only way we're gonna let this trade go through is if you re-sign. And LeBron didn't re-sign, so he's like, all right, cool, the trade's not going through. Don't do that. Stop trying to narrative spin.
It's
If
not a
Kyrie
narrative
wasn't
spin,
there,
bruv.
if Kyrie
not
wasn't
a
there,
narrative spin.
LeBron was trying to get him gone. So I don't get it. LeBron was trying to get him
Why
gone.
are you so angry at me, bro?
Bruv, because
It's
you
the
man
LeBron
try,
hate.
you
LeBron
man,
LeBron James, like, it's one of
Because-
the James, like,
No.
LeBron James, LeBron James.
because you man try to do this narrative.
Can I get hit? Like LeBron James, like start itching your neck. Like, can I get hit?
You man try
Like,
to do this narrative thing.
Nah,
all the
man,
time,
it's
and
running
it
through your
doesn't
veins,
work.
like.
If Kyrie wasn't there,
Damn.
try to get Kyrie gone.
KD went out
LeBron
last
was
night.
saying, LeBron was,
He's angry at
LeBron
fam,
James. LeBron's at home chilling, bro.
fam,
Like,
Guys screaming at me about LeBron James.
listen, LeBron was out here saying to the media,
Yeah.
"Oh, we need a ball handler. We need a ball handler." What's he implying when he's saying he's got a ball?
Alright, can I say something about that? Yeah. What happened last night with KD?
His man's this.
KD lost. Yeah,
He what?
KD lost. Yeah,
I didn't hear you. What? Lost.
he lost.
Do injuries void this season?
And like you said before, you know,
Yes.
came off a year. Like you said before, came off a year.
Imagine
of
how
Achilles.
long Atlanta Hawks
Listen,
win the
he had-
chip
he had a
and it was
pandemic.
taken as a serious
Listen,
season.
the reason
Just
why-
like that Leicester City season was cancelled was
I'm saying no.
Was a
I'm
flash in the
saying-
pan.
I'm saying no, and the reason why I'm saying no is because LeBron fans will say the reason why Golden State did not win the title. No, the reason why Cavs didn't win the title against Golden State in 2015 or 2016, 2015 is because Kyrie and Kevin Love were injured. You lot will say that. Yeah,
That's true.
LeBron has
That's true, though.
KD has.
James Harden was playing, by the way. Just to let you know,
let him
James
finish.
Harden was still playing.
Let him finish.
Kyrie and Kevin Love did not
Kyrie-
play. Like you said
Kyrie-
before, earlier, if you're on there, you're playing regardless. So you had James Harden with him.
Let him finish.
Listen,
What?
if man have Kyrie that's out of an ankle injury and you have James Harden with a grade 2 hamstring injury, you're compromised, bro.
Well, he still
You're
played.
compromised. So we're not.
He
What
still
we're not
played.
gonna do
He
is
still
move the
played.
goalpost.
You had
to
one.
suit our
You had one of the
fanboys.
best
We're
ISO
not gonna
players
do
of all
that.
time
We're not gonna do
playing,
that.
and you still
So
lost.
what? You have quad support to go.
What
goalpost.
we're not gonna do?
No one's moved
Move the
anything.
The
goalpost.
goalposts are moved.
Where?
If
How?
man are saying injuries are void,
But he
yeah,
played though. Like you said
man
earlier,
can't-
the rule is.
man
But he
can't-
played.
but
It
you
don't
were
matter.
basically- but you were basically trying to say-
You don't even understand the premise of the question
Man
because
cannot
you hate
say-
LeBron
man
James so much.
cannot-
Let me finish. The question was, does this is because there's so many injuries in this season, does it void the
I'm
season
saying no.
as irrelevant?
I'm saying no.
But last year was.
But
void.
injuries don't. Listen, injuries are a part of the game.
Last year was void though.
But how
Injuries-
many men have you had gone down in one playoffs? Kyrie went down, James Harden went down, AD went down, LeBron went down beforehand. They had 72 days in between the bubble and the way the season turnover. You had so many games in quick succession just because of the way the COVID things were and stuff like that. You had more back-to-backs and stuff. Is the fact that they're making more games and the fact that there were so many injuries void the season. You've now in turn turned that into something about LeBron James and the Warriors in 2017. I don't really know why.
I'm saying no because when Steph Curry was hobbled and Andre Iguodala was having full body spasms, you weren't saying injuries void this thing. So let's be consistent. I'm saying it doesn't, but you're saying it does. So we can go back in history.
No, he's asking. I think he's just saying basically that because no one is actually playing at 100% and whatever due to whatever reason, people are getting injured left and right. No one is really playing, so everyone's got the excuse that but I wasn't at 100%, but I wasn't at this. Steve, and at the same time,
I see what's happened. I'm asking the question in the context of the NBA. He thinks I'm asking it to rescue LeBron James. I really don't know. It's so X right now. It's so X right now.
Everyone is literally
like Lidge.
Everyone is literally getting injured when they don't need to be getting injured. Like no one's seen you. We still haven't seen Brooklyn Nets at 100% in a playoffs on a run. Same way we haven't seen LeBron and AD and these players at full health on a run, which is what I think he's asking. So is the season void? Yes, bro, I don't mind void.
I'm gonna get him a number, bro.
I don't mind void.
I don't get your phone number.
I don't think
speak to someone about this LeBron James. I don't get your phone number.
But anyway, we don't even have long left.
Like it's weird.
We don't even have long left.
I don't think you're screaming at me and stuff.
You're shouting.
You're second guessing my questions where they're coming from and stuff. It's weird, bro. We'll get your phone number, bro.
Listen,
it's cool, bro. We need to sort this shit out.
That one there, we're gonna leave. But before we depart, let's get quickly. Let's touch on the late great Kobe Bryant. You know, Josh, I allow you to take this man. I allow you to take this man. Oh,
the GOAT. No, bro, obviously, bro. Shout out Kobe. It's the 24th episode, so obviously we like to give it up for someone who wore the jersey. I can't think of anyone else. I can't think of anyone better that's wore 20. I know Paul George wore it in Indiana, bro. We're really going to do that.
There's no one better.
No, come on, man.
No one better.
No one better than Bean.
Come on, bro. And a 5-time champion, 1-time MVP, 4-time All-Star champion, 2-time Finals MVP.
What does he rank for you, lot?
Defensive player of the year.
Five.
Me.
You go first. So.
You said top 5?
Yeah.
He's, for me, I'm being literal. If he doesn't land anywhere between 6 and 10, to me, you don't know basketball.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
If he's not in your top 10, then
That's my opinion.
Joe?
this guy's gonna be saying
Exactly. He's been on a lot of YouTube, innit?
Nah, for me,
Been on a lot of YouTube.
for me,
you're gonna say Bill Russell.
in my opinion, in my opinion, Bean lands at a firm 11. Firm 11.
Cool story, bro. What about you guys?
10, 11 as well.
I don't even have a ranking right now. I'm an on the fence NBA fan, guys. Like
I rate that.
I'm putting I don't have a team. Maybe within the coming few seasons I'll decide, to sign for someone, but right now I'm a free agent.
I appreciate a grown man that can say that. You don't have to know everything.
I don't have a top 10. I don't have a top 10 right now. In the clutch, my basketball knowledge is slightly limited, guys. It's not to where I would want it.
But you know when you
But
see Joe
I know
Harris
enough.
miss-
I know when I see Joe Harris is on site for him. But anyway, guys, what's your favorite Kobe moment? Let's go around the table.
Ooh,
My favorite Kobe moment.
Mine's probably the 60-point game.
That's up there because it's just like I spent so much of that season avoiding some of the games because I knew the Lakers was trash and he weren't that good anymore. So to actually say that on my last game I'm gonna try and get 50. I'm not one of those analytics boards who go, he took 50 shots. It's like at the end of the day, bro, if you say in front of 20,000 people that I'm gonna go out on my last day and drop 50 points and somehow you do it and you get the win, I don't really care how you do it. I'm here for the magic. Other people are here for, stats and efficiency and all of that. But
I'm not here for stats. My
That was
favorite.
the same game that Golden State was going to break the record and no one watched it.
Yeah.
No
And they
one
had the
watched
nerve
it.
to put on ESPN too, apparently, in America, and people were up and up. My favorite Kobe moment, I think, has to be it might be Orlando 09, just because by that point it's just like, alright, like I said, I talked about a made man before. It's just like, okay, nice, a made man. I knew you were a made man before, but obviously people been chirping, Shaq's gone and that. Said you can't win it. There was the loss last year and stuff, and now we've got the other chick. We'll probably get another one next year, which we did. So by that point, when he got his fourth, I knew that man's definitely cemented himself at least in like the top 10 and stuff. These times, I implore people to go on YouTube, watch ESPN and First Take and like interviews and like people, and watch the context of like the NBA. Then people were talking about him being better than Jordan and the greatest ever at that point.
Josh, I'm going to cut you, Joe, quickly. Yours quickly before we run.
Listen, my favorite Kobe moment is probably
Achilles tear.
No, that's become a demon. Listen, but that game winner against the Phoenix Suns, that's there. His behind the back 180 dunk, the one where Robert Horry threw the inbound pass behind the back. That's one of my favorite Kobe moments.
Cool. Deji gone.
I'll say his last
Also,
game.
game 4 against the Nets 0-2. That's up there as well. 3-peat.
His last game and that commercial with Kanye West.
Okay, calm. We've slightly run out of time, guys.
What do you mean, Kobe?
That is probably all for this week. Joe Harris, I'm on you.
All right, signing out.
0 of 6.
Like, comment, and subscribe. We out.